Hello everyone and welcome into today's reaction video. Are you ready to watch a scary movie with me? Because I am ready to watch a scary movie with you. And today I will be watching The Shining from the year 1980 for the very first time. If you have been to my channel before, welcome back. It is so good to see you. And if you have never been here, my name is Kale and my channel is dedicated to watching movies for the first time and letting you know what I thought of them. The Shining is kicking off my inaugural K-Halloween, where the whole month of October I'll be watching and reacting to scary movies. And horror is a genre that I do not have very much experience with. I watched The Ring when I was like 13, and that movie scared the shit out of me, and it's kind of just been a genre that I've avoided ever since. Now that I'm in my 30s, I think I'm probably okay to finally dive into the genre a little bit and see what's what. And maybe I'll discover that I actually don't mind horror movies, and maybe I'll discover that I don't like horror movies. Let's find out together. Following The Shining for this month will be Halloween from 1978, the very first one, which has also been on my list to watch for a very long time. And then after that is The Silence of the Lambs from 1991, and then Psycho from the year 1960. And that will be the oldest movie that I will have reacted to on the channel so far, and I'm very excited for that one. Both The Shining and Halloween were my choices. I have wanted to watch these movies for a very long time, so I got them in there. And then The Silence of the Lambs and Psycho were voted on by the Patreon community. So what do I know about The Shining? Well, I know that it stars Jack Nicholson because I have seen so many iconic photos from this movie. It's kind of like Darth Vader, like it's really hard to avoid certain things from certain movies that are very popular. So I feel like the image of Jack Nicholson with his face coming out of the door, I think it is, I've seen that a million times. And I've also seen images and the scene of the girls in the blue dresses at the end of the hallway and like the kid riding on a red bike. Basically, whatever scenes have been in the movie Twister is all that I've seen of this movie and all that I know of this movie, and I've seen Twister many, many times. Outside of that, I don't actually know the story of The Shining. I have no idea what the story is. I don't know what other cast there is in this movie. I've never looked up the cast. I've never read the synopsis of this movie. I've never seen the trailer, so I feel like I'm going in with pretty much no knowledge whatsoever, but I am looking forward to getting the context of those scenes that I have seen in Twister. No clue if this movie will scare me or not. It is nighttime here when I am watching and recording this, so maybe that will add to the experience. I don't know. Naturally, I also have two like very bright lights shining on me, so. As always, if you are someone who prefers to watch along with me to the entire movie, you can find the full-length uncut reaction over on my Patreon for just $2 Canadian per month. You do need your own copy of the movie to sync up along with me, as I'm not able to distribute the copy of the movie in its entirety. You are paying just for my full-length reaction. And if you're interested in voting in polls and getting access to exclusive reactions to TV series, just make sure you read the tiers carefully because I do offer those as well. All right, I have nothing else left to say except thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's press play. I love driving on these kind of roads. I wonder where this was filmed. Maybe Colorado or somewhere like that. The Shining. Also, if I remember correctly, this is a Stephen King novel, right? Right, based upon the novel by Stephen King. Okay. This sound is like so unsettling. Oh, the interview. Hello, Jack.
My name's Jack Torrance.
I love that his name is Jack in the movie too. So this looks like a hotel.
I made the trip in 3.5 hours.
Wow, that's a very good time.
You really want to go and live in that hotel for the winter?
It'll be lots of fun.
I guess so.
Now, come on, Tony. Don't be silly.
I don't want to call them Mrs. Torrance.
Jack is going to take care of the overlook for us this winter. Our season here runs from May 15th to October 30th. Then we close down completely.
Do you mind if I ask why you do that?
Road conditions? Did you see the road to get up here?
There's the enormous cost it'd be to keep the road to Sidewinder open.
Exactly. Of course, we have a horror movie set in a massive hotel in the middle of nowhere where it's going to be shut down for months.
The only thing that can get a bit trying up here during the winter is the tremendous sense of isolation. For some people, solitude and isolation can of itself become a problem.
Not for me.
He says that so confidently, but I bet that's not what happens. I bet that it does affect him. Is that what makes him do the things he does?
My predecessor in this job hired a man named Charles Grady as the winter caretaker. He came up here with his wife and two little girls, I think about 8 and 10. He must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Okay.
Quite a story.
I think you can appreciate why I wanted to tell you about it. Well, obviously, I mean, some people can be put off by the idea of staying alone in a place where something like that actually happened.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
He keeps saying that. So,
Tony,
is this his
do
wife
you
and
think Dad
son?
get the job?
Oh, must be.
He already did. He's gonna phone Wendy up in a few minutes to tell her.
Oh, that was creepy.
Tony, why don't you want to go to the hotel? I don't know. Tony, tell me.
Oh, gross. Hmm. Definitely just got like a massive shiver down my whole body.
Is Tony one of your animals?
No, he's a little bit that lives in my mouth.
Tony's his imaginary friend.
That lives in his mouth. Tony sounds creepy.
I'm quite sure there's nothing physically wrong with Danny.
Yeah, he seems absolutely fine now. But you should have seen him. I guess Danny started talking to Tony about the time we put him in nursery school.
What sort of injury did he have?
He dislocated his shoulder. My husband had grabbed his arm, to pull him away from him. On this particular occasion, my husband just used too much strength and he injured Danny's arm. I'm never going to touch another drop. And if I do, you can leave me.
Well, that's
And
good.
He didn't. And he hasn't had any alcohol in 5 months.
Closing day. But now I'm thinking, has he actually not had any alcohol in 5 months? Or is he one of those people that says he's quit, but he drinks in hiding? Because a lot of people do that.
They got snowbound one winter in the mountains. They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive.
You mean they ate each other up?
Jack.
Don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
Okay. I was just about to ask how he knew about cannibalism. I don't know how old Danny is, but he seems very young.
Good. Glad you made it before they shut down the kitchen.
So if they shut the kitchen down for the winter, how do the people that stay here all winter eat? Maybe I'll find out. It's like immediately the first thing on my mind is like, how are they going to eat? I'm just distracting myself from the upcoming scaries. Trying to like calm my brain down. That unsettling screeching again. They're so creepy. My guess is those are the 2 daughters that were killed by the guy with the axe, right? Like they're ghosts or something.
Well, the place is very nicely self-contained. You have the rest of the hotel to move around in.
Very true. Or the hedge maze? Oh my gosh. I wonder if this movie takes place in the maze at any point. I feel like it probably does. Wow, this is huge.
This is Dick Halloran, our head chef. The Torrances are going to take care of the Overlook for us this winter.
Mrs. Torrance, your husband introduced you as Winifred. Now, are you a Winnie or a Freddie?
I'm a Wendy.
Oh, Wendy. You don't have to worry about food.
Oh, so they do keep it stocked with food. Okay. Oh, okay. My questions are answered.
Well, what's your favorite food, then?
French fries and ketchup.
Well, I think we can manage that, too, Doc.
This guy's so nice. I love him.
In here, Mrs. Torrance, is where we keep all the dry goods and the canned goods. We got canned fruits and vegetables, canned fish and meat.
I hate this sound so much.
Do you know how I knew your name was Doc?
Yes, please enlighten us.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No?
My grandmother and I could hold conversations entirely without ever opening our mouths. She called it shining. And for a long time, I thought it was just the 2 of us that had the shine to us. Just like you probably thought you was the only one. How long have you been able to do it? Why don't you want to talk about it?
I'm not supposed to.
Who says you ain't supposed to?
Tony.
So Tony's not just an imaginary friend, huh?
Is Tony the one that tells you things?
Yes. It's like I go to sleep and he shows me things. But when I wake up, I can't remember everything.
Does your mom and dad know about Tony?
Yes.
Do they know he tells you things?
No, Tony told me never to tell him. Are you scared of this place?
There's nothing here. I guess you could say the Overlook Hotel here has something about it that's like shining.
Is there something bad here?
Is he gonna tell him about the family?
You know, Doc, when something happens, it can leave a trace of itself behind.
Yeah, like 2 girls that were murdered.
Things that people who shine can see. Just like they can see things that haven't happened yet. Sometimes they can see things that happened a long time ago.
Is this boy gonna see all of it? 'Cause that'd be horrible.
What about room 237?
Is that the room that
Room 237?
the family got murdered in?
You're scared of room 237, ain't you? What is in room 237?
There ain't nothing in room 237.
He knows. He's just trying to, like, protect the kid. All right. Time jump, month later. Everyone's long gone. This would be me. Or with rollerblades. Or, like, roller skates. Maybe a skateboard. Wonder how much they get paid for doing this. I hope the pay would be pretty good.
It's about 11:30.
Wow.
30.
Oh my god.
I made them just the way you like them, sunny side up.
Face is weird.
I've never been this happy or comfortable anywhere.
When we first came up here, I thought it was kind of scary.
I fell in love with it right away. It was as though I'd been here before.
I'm gonna keep that in my mind. What was the guy's name that murdered his family? Wasn't his name Jack too? They're going in the maze. Oh wow. This music is creeping me out. Is that room 237 that he just passed? No, 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 no. No. Side note, I like that he matches his bike with the outfit on top of that color coordination. Good, it's locked. Okay, go back on your bike and go. Ugh. Ugh, I'd love to be able to type in a giant room like this. Or just work or anything.
Fine.
The music has such a big part in this movie. I feel like it's its own character in a way.
I just want to finish my work.
I'll come back later on with a couple of sandwiches for you, and maybe you'll let me read something then.
Wendy, let me explain something to you. Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
Well, he's changed a little bit.
Whenever I'm in here, you hear me typing. Whether you don't hear me typing, what the fuck you hear me doing in here, when I'm in here, that means that I am working. That means don't come in. Why don't you start right now and get the fuck out of here?
Oh boy.
Okay.
She's so sweet. I feel so bad for her. I feel like we're starting to see the downfall of Jack. Now my question is it because of the isolation? I mean, he's got his wife and child here, so I feel like it's not that isolating, but maybe he doesn't spend as much time with them as he should. God, I love snow. And here is this sound again. Oh god. Oh god. That is so creepy. I like don't want to look. Oh boy. What is this? It's like a phone? Well, I know what that is at least.
This is KDK-12 calling KDK-1.
Oh, okay.
This is KDK-1. We're receiving you. Over. Oh, yes, it's one of the worst we've had for years.
Of course.
I think it might be a good idea if you leave your radio on all the time now.
Well, at least they have that for, like, backup. These sounds are gonna freak me out, I think, way more than any visual in this movie. And that's the scene from Twister.
Hello, Danny.
I didn't know they talked.
Come and play with us, Danny.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
And ever. And ever.
I don't like that.
Remember what Mr. Halloran said. It isn't real. to my room and get my fire engine?
Not right now. Daddy's asleep.
I won't make any noise.
I'm nervous now. We saw how angry he got when he got interrupted in his work. I'm worried that he's gonna get like really mad if he's woken up. Okay, he's awake. He's looking rough.
Having a good time?
Yes, Dad. Do you feel bad?
About?
No. Just a little bit tired.
Oh, like feel bad isn't sick. Okay.
Then why don't you go to sleep?
I thought he meant do you feel bad as in do you feel bad about something you've done?
Do you like this hotel?
I do. Don't you?
I guess so.
I wish we could stay here forever. Ever.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Ever.
I don't know about that.
You would never hurt Mom or me, would you?
What a question.
What do you mean?
And the way Jack's face is right now is making me very uncomfortable.
Did your mother ever say that to you? That I would hurt you?
No, Dad.
I love you, Danny. Never do anything to hurt you.
This music, though, if it was any other kind of music to something like that, it'd be a completely different scene. Sick. His sweater is so cute. I love it. It looks hand knit too.
Mom!
Is that 237? Is that the door open? No! No! No, 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 no. Why was he even playing near this room? Got a giant hotel to be in and you choose to be right by 237. No, Mom is way down in the basement, checking in on the boilers. Mom seems to be the only one that actually cares about the duties of the hotel, may I just say. Who is that? Oh, is he like yelling in his sleep?
Honey.
Oh, that drool was a nice touch.
It's the most horrible dream I ever had.
It's okay. It's okay now.
I dreamed that I killed you and Danny. But I didn't just kill you. Cut you up into little pieces.
Dream or a vision of the future? My guess is the latter. Possibly? Probably?
Danny, everything's okay. Go play in your room for a while.
Danny's like, nah. I feel like something's wrong with Danny. Because he went in the room. Oh. Okay.
You did this to him. Didn't you? You son of a bitch! Didn't you? How could you?
I don't know what to think right now. Like, I don't think he did, but anything's possible at this point. This high-pitched squealing, though, very unsettling. I feel like this is the kind of scary I prefer is when it's like slow building and not jump scary, but just creepy. That's what I prefer. What do you see?
Hi, Lloyd.
Who?
A little slow tonight, isn't it?
Oh, hi?
Yes, it is, Mr. Torrance.
I mean, he's just imagining all this, but...
You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. One by one. You were always the best of them.
Thank you for saying so.
Here's to 5 miserable months on the wagon and all the irreparable harm that it's caused me.
Remember at the beginning of the movie how he was like, oh, you don't have to worry about me. That won't affect me. Do you remember that, Jack?
How are things going, Mr. Torrance?
Just a little problem with the old sperm bank upstairs.
Okay.
Women can't live with them, can't live without them.
I never laid a hand on him, goddammit. I love the little son of a bitch. But that bitch. As long as I live, she'll never let me forget what happened. I did hurt him once, okay? And it was 3 goddamn years ago.
His acting here is really good.
Thank God you're here. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms. She tried to strangle Danny.
Which room was it?
237. So this guy's at his house, right? He didn't stay at the hotel. What is happening? Oh, there's someone in the bathtub. No, the fact that he's smiling. No, 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 no. I do not like this Jack Nicholson face. Creeps me out. This is so weird. Okay. Okay. I'm so confused. Oh, or the woman older. Oh. I was not expecting that. Do not know what to make of that. I will say that whole thing was very creepy though. Oh, is he calling the hotel? Or trying to?
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Did you find anything?
No.
Lies.
What about those bruises on his neck?
He did it to himself.
Nah. Oh no.
Jack. Whatever the explanation is, I think we have to get Danny out of here.
Fucking typical of you to create a problem like this when I finally have a chance to accomplish something. I have let you fuck up my life so far, but I am not gonna let you fuck this up.
He is a scary dude. He can act a scary dude so well. I'd be terrified if I was her. And I'm still wondering if everything that's happening is because of their isolation as like the main cause, or if it's like something with the hotel, or maybe a bit of both.
Good evening, Fire Service.
I've been trying to make an urgent phone call up there.
Yeah, I'm afraid a lot of lines around here are down due to the storm.
I'd sure appreciate it if you'd give them a call on your radio just to see if everything's okay.
I'll be glad to do that, sir. Why don't you call me back in about 20 minutes?
But will they even hear that? Because Wendy's in the apartment. Whoa, look at this. And this is all just in his head. Will that woman be here, I wonder? The young version of her.
Orders from the house. I'm the kind of man likes to know who's buying their drinks, Lloyd.
It's not a matter that concerns you, Mr. Torrance.
Huh. Okay.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry, sir.
Wow, what a red bathroom.
What do they call you around here, Jeevesy?
Grady, sir. Delbert Grady.
Grady?
Yes, sir.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Well, no, sir. I don't believe so.
I'm nervous.
Weren't you once the caretaker here?
Why, no, sir.
Married man, are you?
I have a wife and 2 daughters, sir.
The murderer, right?
Where are they now?
Oh, they're somewhere around.
You were the caretaker here. I saw your picture in the newspapers. Chopped your wife and daughter up into little bits. Then you blew your brains out.
I don't have any recollection of that at all.
You were the caretaker here.
But you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir. I've always been here. Did you know, Mr. Torrance, that your son is attempting to bring an outside party into this situation? Your son has a very great talent, but he is attempting to use that very talent against your will.
It's his mother. She interferes.
Perhaps they need a good talking to. Perhaps a bit more.
No. No. No.
My girls, sir, they didn't care for the Overlook at first. Tried to burn it down, but I corrected them, sir.
Yeah, but killing them. Yeah, let's not call killing corrected. Thank you very much.
We might just be able to get down the mountain, and I could call the Forest Rangers first.
I feel really bad for Wendy. Would not want to be in her position right now.
Red Rob! Red Rob! Daddy? Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance.
Tony's taken over, and Tony is creepy. Super creepy.
Danny's gone away, Mrs. Torrance.
What does that mean? The kid that's playing Danny is really good.
KDK-12.
Oh no.
Are
receiving me?
Oh no.
KDK 1, calling
No, no, no,
KDK
no,
12.
no, 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 no. No.
Are you receiving?
Oh, yeah. We tried to contact them several times by radio, but they didn't answer.
I'll call you back later.
I'm very interested about his role, especially because he has the same ability as Danny. And then that guy talked about him, Grady. If Dick is trying to drive up to the hotel, is he even gonna make it?
Well, I just got in from Miami, and I got to get up to the Overlook today. But the mountain roads are completely blocked. That means I'm going to need a snowcat to get up there, Larry. And I'm supposed to go up there and find out if they have to be replaced.
I mean, that's a lie.
Okay, Dick, I'll take care of it.
I'm just gonna go and talk to Daddy for a few minutes. Now, I want you to just stay here.
Tony's like, okay.
Yes, Mrs. Torrance.
You're not talking to your son. Now I wonder what happened to Danny. What did Tony do? The fact that she's grabbing a baseball bat freaks me out a little bit. But at the same time, it's good to be prepared just in case.
Jack?
Uh-oh. What does this say? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Is that what he's been typing this entire time? What the fuck? This music, though. Okay, please look behind you. I think you've looked at enough pieces of paper, Wendy.
How do you like it?
Wanted to talk to you.
Maybe it was about Danny. I think we should discuss Danny. I think you have some very definite ideas about what should be done with Danny.
He's so scary.
When do you think maybe he should be taken to a doctor?
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Jack.
And are you concerned about me?
Of course I am.
Have you ever thought for a single solitary moment about my responsibilities to my employers? Does it matter to you at all?
It does matter to her because she's been the one doing all the work.
Has it ever occurred to you? Has it?
Stay away from me. I just want to go back to my room.
I'm so scared for her.
Stay away from me. Please.
Wendy.
Stay away.
Darling, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
Stay away from me. Stay away.
Give me the bat.
Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy.
Give me the bat. Oh, God damn.
Oh, heck. I didn't think she would actually smash him. Jack is so good. Actor, not the character. Jack Nicholson is so good at being a fucking terrifying individual. Oh, is she gonna put him in the freezer? Or is this the other room? I was about to say that, like, just pull the pin out?
Hey! Wait a minute! Open the door!
Damn, dude.
Let me out of here and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing!
Can't trust that.
Get Danny down to Sidewinder. And the snowcat today.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere. Go check out the snowcat in the radio and you'll see what I mean.
No. He fucked up the snowcat, too. Ugh. Son of a bitch. Oh, God. So what did he do with the snowcat? So I was, what, 8 a.m.-ish? Or just after 8 a.m. Now we're at 4 p.m. I wonder if this is going to be like the last day.
It's Grady, Mr. Torrance. I see you can hardly have taken care of the business we discussed.
I'll deal with that situation as soon as I get out of here.
But your heart is not in this. Your wife appears to be stronger than we imagined, Mr. Torrance. I fear you will have to deal with this matter in the harshest possible way, Mr. Torrance.
There's nothing I look forward to with greater pleasure.
Huh. Okay. Oh, is this is this our friend Dick? Now, I don't know snowcats, but can they travel this far? Go up there and back? This red rum thing I'm not understanding, but maybe I will later on, but for now I don't. Oh, this is not good. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Red rum? Like, maybe is that what the visions of the rum, I guess, maybe the red rum? Oh, murder. Oh my God. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just so freaked out that my brain stopped working. I'm okay. It's okay.
Red rum! Red rum! Stop it! Red rum! Danny! Red rum! Red rum!
This scene I remember from Twister too. Just the axe in the door. Oh gosh.
Wendy?
Wee.
Come out, wherever you are.
Oh, she's not gonna be able to fit.
I can't get out!
Run in the cold. Run. In winter. In the snowstorm.
Here's Johnny!
I'm very glad she has a knife. Okay, so with Dick coming up to the hotel, is Dick going to be a helper? Or is Dick going to be with Jack and just mess up everything? I don't know. Yeah, you both hear that, don't you? I hope he sees Danny. Where did Danny go? She's so shocked she can't move. Oh, he came back into the hotel. Okay. I was worried he was going to hide outside. So creepy. The sound of the wind.
Anybody here?
Is like getting under my skin.
Hello?
I love that the subtitles say H-A-L-L-O. Hello. Oh my God. Okay, that scared me. Was not expecting him to come out from behind that pillar. Rest in peace, Dick.
Danny boy?
Danny, please stay hidden. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Danny!
You're many floors too high. Oh no. What the fuck am I looking at? What even? I hope Danny didn't go outside. Oh, I hope Danny didn't go in the hedge maze. No. No. Especially since you're leaving your tracks, like fresh footprints. So it's very easy to follow you. Oh, she's gonna come across Dick's body, isn't she? Yep.
Great party, isn't it? I'm right behind you!
This is stressing me out. Oh, goddamn. What the fuck? Wow. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. See? Red rum. That's what my brain went to. It's too bad Danny couldn't like hide in the bush or something in the hedge. It's grown pretty thick though.
Danny!
Now, how do you get out of the maze without accidentally running right back into him? Because that's what I'm nervous about now. Or that he's gonna be like right here. This music is so good, but it also sucks. Okay, are you coming out of the maze? Don't drop the knife. Don't drop the knife. Okay, this seems like Danny's back. And that's not Tony.
What?
They're leaving you, bud. You fucked up. There's part of me that almost feels bad for him right now, but I can't tell if like, oh God. So that's what that's from. I never knew that this shot, that image was from this movie. Now I know. Oh my God. The thing with being chronically online is there's so many things I've seen from so many movies that I haven't seen that it's like a nice surprise every time I watch a movie, just about. Okay, what photo are we zooming in on? Group photo 1921? Trying to like look at all the faces. Oh, that's Jack. For some reason I didn't recognize him from farther away. July 4th ball, 1921. What an ending. So that was The Shining, and honestly, that gave me like a super proper creep out, and one that I haven't had in a very long time. I will rate this movie a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I will admit right away that it's probably gonna take me a second watch, and possibly while I'm editing this reaction, to really understand a lot of what was going on. I do know that this film is very heavily analyzed and there are so many different themes at play here. For me, the things that stand out are telepathy, visions, ghosts, the effects of isolation on your mental health and seeing that deteriorate, domestic violence and abuse, and being terrorized and being terrified. For how iconic the girls in the blue dresses are, I was actually expecting them to be in this movie a little bit more than they were. That being said, I'm not disappointed. It was more just a surprise and just something that didn't happen quite the way that I was expecting it to. The scenes with Jack breaking down the doors with his axe and then poking his head through the bathroom door and yelling, "Here's Johnny," which is another mega iconic scene, one that I have seen before. Just that part though, didn't have the additional context. Yeah, that was just as creepy and terrifying as I figured it would be. When I think of the movie overall, the most entertaining parts for me were the first like 40 minutes of the movie and then the last 30 minutes. I do think the entire middle section for me felt a little bit dragged on, kind of slow. Obviously, we needed time for Jack to kind of fall into his madness a little bit, but I do think that the runtime did stretch a little bit longer than it needed to be. But we're talking about Stanley Kubrick after all, and I will get to the only other movie of his that I have seen, which happens to be my most disliked movie of all time. The setting of this story was awesome. I love the mountains. I live in the mountains. And I've always wanted to go to Colorado just to see like another section of the Rocky Mountains. And I thought the hotel was a great location. The interior of the hotel definitely felt very mazy to me at times, which added to the horror and the creepiness aspect of this film for me. I really find it interesting in this story that the three of them were apart from each other for as long as they were. You would think that being warned about the isolating effects of staying for 6 months in a hotel, you would think that they would be together a lot more, but I was very surprised by just how often Jack and Danny and Wendy were all by themselves at any given point. You would think to prevent your mental health going down the shitter that you would try and spend as much time together as possible, but what do I know? The best part of this movie for me was the sound design, all of the music, the sound effects. At times it almost felt a little bit too much, but I do think that it had its place. It acted as its own character at times. I think that almost all of the scenes would have come across so much differently if not for the music and the sound choices and just how that design was. And it reminded me a lot of 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is the only other Kubrick film I've seen. And yes, it is my most disliked movie ever. But the one thing I remember a lot from 2001 is the music and the sounds. This movie definitely reminded me of that. It seems like Kubrick kind of used the same structure a little bit. Obviously for this film, it was a lot more scary and meant to get under your skin and make you feel certain ways, make you feel creeped out, etc., etc. But yeah, definitely could tell the Kubrick just from the music alone, even though I know that he like didn't create it, but a director is gonna have their method, right? They're gonna have their ways. So, all right, let's talk about the characters and the casting in this movie. Jack the character was terrifying, and Jack the actor was incredible and amazing at playing Jack the terrifying character. Jack Nicholson just has such a talent in going from a very likable man to someone that you would never want to cross paths with ever. There were so many scenes in this movie that stood out so much for me because of Jack's performance and the way that he can just make his face look. And even when he is smiling in so many of these scenes, he's smiling in such a creepy way that it just comes across as disturbing and terrifying, and it's so good. Jack is great. Jack is great. I loved his performance in this movie. Shelley Duvall is Wendy. So I will admit that like in the first half of this movie, I was kind of iffy on her performance. I just felt that every single thing she said just felt scripted. It didn't really feel supernatural to me, and I don't know, it just something about it didn't sit well with me. And then once her character started becoming genuinely scared and terrified, it's like the performance did a complete 180, and all of a sudden I loved Wendy and I loved Shelley's performance. Now, that being said, I did look up information about The Shining, and I did look up information about the casting, and I did read about how Shelley was treated during filming, and it breaks my heart. For those of you that don't know, Kubrick really pushed her to her limit during filming, humiliated her, basically treated her not very well. And it is said that during the scene where her and Jack are on the stairs and he's following her and she's swinging the bat, apparently they reshot that so many times that she was genuinely terrified during that scene and wasn't just acting it, like she was actually scared. Knowing that information not only makes the scene come across better overall, but it also just is heartbreaking. Way more heartbreaking when you know kind of that backstory and the context for the filming part of it. I can't help but feel and try and understand how exhausting that would be to go through. And I feel like nobody would want to go through that. And I feel really bad for her. All right, going to talk about Danny Lloyd as Danny Doc real quick. For a 6-year-old actor, holy crap, he did amazing. I really enjoyed his performance. I felt so nervous and so scared for him many times. And there were a lot of scenes with him where he didn't speak a word at all. And honestly, his facial acting was incredible, and I just applaud him. I think he did such a good job. We didn't have too many supporting actors in this movie, but I will just call out Scatman Crothers as Dick Halloran. I really wish we would have had more time with him. I initially thought that he was going to be a bad character and someone that we were going to have to like worry about, but he didn't turn out to be, and I'm so glad. Also, rest in peace. I don't know if I expected Dick to die, but he did at the hands of Jack, and that sucks. It sucks that he got axed. Bad joke. Yeah, I'm very relieved that he was not a bad person that kind of like teamed up with Jack to kill people. I'm relieved that he was a good guy in the end, just trying to help out. I think it's also cool that he also had The Shining and kind of like explained to Danny what that was about. And I liked that they had the ability to communicate with each other. I think that's really cool. When I think back to this movie, there is like one thing I'm confused about, and that's the scene in room 237 with the naked woman in the tub and then the old woman in the tub and the young woman that turns into the old woman. I don't know if that is supposed to represent the wife of Grady and the mother of the 2 girls. My brain kind of wants to say, yeah, that's her, but I also don't understand, generally speaking, like I just don't understand the purpose of that scene specifically. I don't understand the nakedness. I don't understand Jack doing what he did. Like maybe a second watch will clear that up for me, or if any of you in the comments want to let me know, feel free to tell me. But yeah, that one is kind of just like my only clear confusion about this movie. So happy ending to this movie. Kind of. I'm super happy that Wendy and Danny were able to leave. Hopefully they were able to make it back to town in the snowcat. I'm happy that Jack froze to death and that we don't have to worry about him anymore. The only thing is that Wendy and Danny are gonna have to work on their trauma and working through that, and I hope that they get the help to do so, because this is a very traumatic experience for both of them. The final shot in this film was a zoom in on a photograph, a group photograph from the year 1921 with Jack front and center in the photograph. Now, I know that the novel came out in the 70s, The Shining, and then this movie came out in 1980. So I assume that that is kind of where it takes place in the book, though I'm not totally sure on that. But seeing as how it appears like Jack has been around for that long, and also because Grady told him, you've always been the caretaker here ever since the beginning or whatever. That part kind of confuses me a little bit too. I don't really know what to make of that. Like, was Jack reincarnated somehow? Like, did the original Jack from 1921 pass away and then come back again somehow as like the exact same looking guy, and then found his way back to Overlook Hotel to be the caretaker again? Like, I'm just not sure about that, but I feel like that's another part of this movie and novel that can be analyzed in different ways maybe. movie. So again, let me know in the comments. How do you interpret that? I would love to know. For those of you that don't know, I do sit here and record this whole part as soon as I finish watching the movie and before I start editing. So sometimes for movies like this, where there's like heavy themes at play and it's a little bit confusing at times, I do catch things in editing. So what I'm gonna do is, if I have anything additional that I wanna say after the editing process that I did not already talk about here, I will put some text right here. So there might be a lot of text right now, I don't know, but if there is, pause to read it all. All right, I don't think I have anything else left to say, so thank you so much for watching this reaction video today. Thank you for being here for my inaugural K-Halloween kickoff. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please click here to do so, especially if you are interested in the next 3 movies for K-Halloween, which are Halloween, Silence of the Lambs, and Psycho. And if you want to continue watching one of my reaction videos, click over here to do so. One will pop up, and we will see you in the next reaction video. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.